Welcome to Introduction to Patient Care to Orientation. We are looking forward to an engaging and brief 4-hour orientation session on Zoom today. You are not required to have your cameras on, as we are confident that this will encourage more participation. Without further ado, let's get started. Come on. There's a tecker when you need one. Sorry, class, bear with me for 1 second. Boom, there it is. All right. So let's outline today's roadmap for our orientation. We will begin with a description of the IPC2 and IPC3 blocks, a description of the AP course, discuss writing up an encounter, giving an oral presentation, and leave time for questions at the end. Lucky you. All right, let's do this. So what are the IPC2 and IPC3 blocks? The IPC2 block runs from January 2022 to May 2022. The IPC3 block runs from August 2022 to February 2023. They're comprised of 2 separate courses, Advanced Physical Examination and Clinical Experiences. Here is a very complex diagram of what these 2 courses entail. It may not make much sense now, but by the end of the course, you'll be well prepared for your clinical rotations. Now, we understand that scheduling conflicts may arise, and you may want to switch sessions with a classmate. In summary, the switching process is virtually impossible to make an effective switch, so you may as well not even bother emailing me. All right. Now let's discuss giving an oral presentation. There are 5 keys to a successful oral presentation. First, no patient presentation should take longer than 10 minutes. If it takes longer than 5 minutes, your team will immediately give you a pass or lower. Your resident stops listening after 20 seconds, and your attending will only care to hear if you have thought out your assessment and plan. Second, be prepared. Do not read verbatim from notes, but you may refer to them throughout your presentation. If you're holding the paper or rereading full sentences that you have written out, the team will immediately give you a pass or lower. Third, please use the same organization as your written H&P. We do not constantly talk about soap because our priority is preventing the spread of germs amongst our patients. Still got it. All right. On the contrary, this is another acronym in the list of thousands that all physicians know and love to help them recall the order in which they present information about a patient. If you first report vitals and then exam and then tell us how the patient is subjectively feeling, we will have spent the entire presentation thinking about how we are going to give you a pass or lower, rather than thinking about any information you just presented, because we are incapable of understanding unless it is heard in the order of subjective, objective, assessment, and plan. As the 4th point, you should give specific vital signs and exam findings during your oral presentation. If you do not, you will receive a pass or lower. And finally, make sure to include pertinent positives and negatives throughout. Students, what will happen if you do not? Students, what will happen if you do not?
You'll receive a pass or lower.
Yes, thank you. Finally, someone willing to answer. Please, have some candy. That's right, we're online. Well, anyways, remember, your screens are off, so you should be paying more attention and not distracting yourself with other activities. Okay, class, let's do some oral practice presentations. We will provide you with the data for a patient, and you can take a few minutes to prepare and then give us a brief presentation. You will now receive the case in your inbox. Go ahead and read through it and gather your thoughts about how you present this patient. One lucky victim, I mean student, will be randomly called upon. Do 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 do. All right, class. Let's gather back together and begin practicing our oral presentations. Ariel, would you like to go first? Ariel?
Oh, sorry. The patient is a 55-year-old female with a history of asthma, COPD, tobacco use, and obesity, who presented to the ED for chest pain. She reports that 1 hour ago, she began to feel a heavy pain in her chest and felt short of breath when walking up the stair.
Uh, wow. Okay. Um, clearly this material is just too stimulating, so we can stop here. Ariel, swimmingly done. Class dismissed.